Perfect. Okay, so you ready?
I'm ready.
Perfect. Review the summary data from the negotiation results. Which team had the highest pre-money value, lowest, and where did your team fall? So this is talking about like the different offers they got, right?
Yeah, I believe so. So what I feel like it's the best, highest pre-money value is from the venture company, right?
Yeah, because the venture company can give cash quick.
They can, they can give
Whereas,
cash quickly, and they can also help develop the company to where it need to be.
yeah, because they're not lacking on like product. So like the angel investors are too slow to give money, and they also don't ever really give advice. They're mainly pure cash. Who else? What did they talk about?
They can go try to get the loan.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But they if they take a loan, they will probably take a charge of what we call the inventory and all that. And if they do that, if they just miss a payment or something like that, they are very quick in liquidate the company. So that is a kind of a high risk going that route. And that really don't really help you either in a certain way. So they're giving up a lot of your inventory and all that as a backup for covering the loan.
Yeah. What was there any other options? I know there's Angel, VP, the bank. I think that was the three options.
Yeah, I think that's the only ones.
So where do we fall? Well, probably more with the VP.
For me, I feel strongly for the VP.
Right.
Now they have to be careful of giving up too much of the portion of their company.
Yeah.
So, I mean, together now they are owning 50% each. They might, Germany, I think they are giving up a little bit to the employees, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which is Jeremy at this point, I think. But then, so say they give only like 5 to 10% of the company to, or the shares to Jeremy, but then they have to be careful now to give up more, so that much more. So you should probably give up maybe 16% or so, or around that, or not more.
Yeah, because they got to hold on to the company enough.
Yeah, because otherwise they lose the power over it. Now they say that if this guy take the position in on the board, which is he will as a VP guy, they don't have, it's a non-voting person on page 5.
Yeah. So who was going to be the non-voting person? I just read that.
It's Rodriguez.
Oh yeah, that.
Rodriguez. They have two people that coming. They have the first person, which I don't remember now the name. Yeah, that they met up with. But then they were introduced also to Rodriguez, but he will be the one that will be in charge of their account because he has more experience in this industry because he have done a similar account. So he will be in charge of it.
Yeah. Oh, he was a representative on Mayor's board. Would also request board observance rights, allowing Carter to attend board meetings in a non-voting capacity. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what you were talking about.
Yeah.
So, oh, and Carter's the gym guy. Oh no, that's not Jerry. That's a different guy. Okay. So it asks us to say like, so if we're on the DPV side, what are goes for negotiation? So the valuation of X, the internal rate of return of Y, board seats, how important is the deal for DMV, and does Mete fit your investment focus? So like looking at the actual company, there's like so much growth. Like when they were selling just in LA and all that stuff, and they were, what did they say? 2011, they broke even, which
Yeah.
is pretty impressive.
If they continue with the 25% growth in 3 years, they will grow to about 3 million. 1 second. I did the calculation here. Hold on a second. Oh, 30 million. I'm sorry. 30 million company.
Yeah. So and is that in 5 years though?
That's about 3 years.
Okay.
So,
So on page 4, it says DPV expects an investment between $3 and $10 million, and they want 2.5. In
yeah.
successful companies, they could reach revenues of 50 million or more within 5 or 7 years.
Yeah.
So as long as they fall underneath that qualification, then it fits what he wants. He does take 20 to 30% of the company before IPO,
Yeah.
which is
Would-
fine.
Yeah.
Especially if he's taking the company from nothing to something. I mean, they're breaking even right now.
Yeah. Well, I would not go with 30% though.
Yeah, 30% is pretty high, but
Yeah.
if they both keep, even if they both, well, 30 wouldn't be bad because then it would be 30, 30, and 30.
Yeah, but you want to keep it at, you want to have the VCO under you. You don't want to have them an equal with you.
Right. So as long as, even if they're at 35, 35,
Yeah.
and then 25 or whatever it is. Crazy cat.
She is.
So the internal rate of return off a 10 million or off a $2.5 million investment is like 200-fold.
The RROY, I did not do that one, so I don't know that one.
So how do you do valuation of X? What are they saying? So if they, go ahead.
Well, I did valuate it by 25%. That's I'm assuming that they would grow, looking at their numbers, and then times 3. But you can do it by 2.52.
So you did like what they're valued at right now, which is
Yeah.
2.5 million. Can you do internal rate of return? Yeah. Huh. I don't know how to use that formula.
Equal PV.
EEV,
No, PV.
EV.
Equal PV.
Oh, present value.
Yeah, present value. And then you take
25%.
zero. Oh,
This many
yeah.
months. So 25%. 5 years. 5 years times 12 months. What did I do wrong? What would the payment be?
I don't have the computer in front of me, so I don't remember my calculation.
I'm just trying to think. So it's 25% growth.
Yes, 25% growth.
What are they valued at right now?
If they're saying that, but
Because I'm getting like $10 million if they're valued at $2.5 million.
well, it's one of the.
Trying to see if I can find it too.
I think I looked all over, but I don't remember the top of my head now.
Oh, total cash flows. Their total cash flows is 997,000.
Yes,
But that's not the value of the company.
that's not the value exactly.
The sales is at 50. Are these in thousands or millions? On Exhibit 6, is that thousands or millions? It's probably thousands. So it's probably 50 million.
It's probably 15 million.
So gross profit, let's do it off gross profit. 15 million. So gross profit today. Yeah, so the gross profit in 5 years should be 200 million.
Yeah,
Now, they still have to subtract out tax and all that stuff.
exactly. Yeah.
And revenue percentage. Okay. Working capital. Oh, even if I did off end of year working capital.
What did you say now?
Even if you do 25% of working capital,
Yeah.
it will tell you how profitable the company is. Okay. I just wanted kind of a figure that I could write my thing with. Okay. So internal rate of return. So the company's working at 5%. The internal rate of return should be pretty decent. So the fourth bullet point, well, we talked about board seats. They get a little bit of board seat as they get control of the company. They get about 20% of the company, but also that one guy gets voting rights. The DPV gets voting rights, but then there's another guy who comes and doesn't.
Well, you say that Rodriguez does not get the voting rights. He's just going to be on the board.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gets to attend and just be involved in the company.
He's going to just be involved in the company. And then another guy probably will come in and will have a voting right. Or they're turning Rodriguez into a voting right. I don't know.
Yeah. So then, yeah. So how important is this deal for the DPV? I feel like it's pretty good. It's not like it's the world's best deal, but it's decent. It's worth their time and their money. They'll get the return that they want.
Yeah, I think they will get the return. I mean, it depends on how they're continuing. If you look at as an on exhibit 7, you see naked Jews, how they were what they were bought from Pepsi.
Yeah, they were worth 450 million.
They bought 450 million. Then of course you have other ones that are at lower. So this company probably not going to reach maybe 450, but they might be at maybe 200.
Yeah, it's definitely possible for them to get to that point.
Yes.
With $300 million investment.
Yeah.
Value of sales. Okay. So, do we need to talk about 5?
Choose a student from the mutant side, as did the co-founder. See the same way, or were you focus on other interests? Or how important? Well, I really didn't understand it. Choose a student from the youth mates side. So if you are on one side, that person talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just feel like we're both on the same side, so it doesn't really matter.
No.
So then, number 6, how did Astra proposed term sheet affect your negotiation strategy? What are the pros and cons of Astra's proposed and seek capital from angels? So the good thing about going to angel investors is they take a lower percentage of the company. You don't get diluted as much. The bad thing about it is you don't get the advice and the
long term. It takes long time to raise the money.
Yeah, and they don't have as deep pockets.
Yeah.
So I think that would be the major con, is they might need more money, and then they would have to go get more investing from other people than the angel investors.
Yeah, I mean, they will come to a point where they probably will have to raise more money, and it will be very time consuming to be hunting angel investors the whole time. Every time they need to raise money, they better to maybe go to one place to raise money that have deep pockets already.
Yeah.
Plus, you get that help that needed, that have the experience, that have knowledge about what they need to be done. Now they have to, and that is why you need to be careful. So you want to have the majority of the company, so you don't first off losing it, but secondly also you want to have a control over the product, because what she is mentioning there is the farmers, that it's very important to keep that relationship with the farmers, because those are the ones that
Not
contribute
providing the
with
product.
a very valuable product for the drink, and she wanted to keep it natural. And in some cases, when a new company comes in, or like a person like this, they say, "Oh, we need to add stuff and on and stuff like that." No, you don't want to change the recipe, and that's why you want to do what do you call it? She should what do you call it? Protect the recipe and not. That's what the lawyer said.
Yeah. Well, if you sell it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so that's also very important factors.
Yeah. Well, then so in like question 7, it talks about kind of going back to the value that we were coming up with.
Yeah.
The 25% growth and stuff. So what exit value are you expecting? So if they're investing $3 million and they need 10 million back, or 10 times that back, the company has to be valued at it would have to be valued at like 900 million.
No.
Wait, is that right? No, 30 million, 300 million. Yeah, sorry. It has to be valued at 300 million, because if they have 30% of the company,
yeah,
then they need to get 3 times right.
Yeah.
So, and looking at our growth rate, them being valued about at 200 to 300 million dollars, they can easily get that in 5 years.
I believe so. Yeah.
So, what shares of equity would the dollar amount equal? Shares of equity with a dollar amount equal. And what other means did? Share your spreadsheets and talk us through them. Okay. Did you actually make anything?
I did just briefly. I didn't make anything. I just started off. I haven't done much. So
Yeah. Okay.
what we can do is, we can maybe work on it separately, and then meet shortly tomorrow. Just go over what we have done.
Yeah, the problem with tomorrow is I'll be driving, so.
Oh, okay.
I can talk, but I can't. You won't be able to see it. And I can't email things back and forth.
Yeah.
So I guess, the things that I want to put on an Excel document quickly is the value of the company, how many shares value has to be worth for the VP to get 5 to 10% back. And then make sure that this is all in line with other drinks that have been made. So like you said, the Naked Juice and some of those other brands. Honest Tea, there's other ones. To make sure that their growth rate isn't inflated.
Yeah.
Because that will show if the VP is, if it's worth for the VP to come in.
Maybe their prices will probably in the high end of so they have a good profit margin, but you cannot go too high because nobody's going to buy
Yeah.
the product that is too high. So
okay. Yeah. So this is our only one we have to do. So if we want to kind of write up some stuff, maybe I can meet Thursday.
Thursday. Is this not due until Saturday.
I don't think so. Here, I'll double check because we only have one this week.
Yeah, I see that. So, um,
I'm getting there slowly. Oh, it's right there. I had it open.
yeah, November 5th.
Okay, so we're good.
Yeah.
So we kind of got an idea, and that way we can go get some numbers and
Yeah.
compile it all.
Yeah,
Compile.
and then we start working on this